Morning, everyone. This is an introductory class on Gulliver's Travels written by Jonathan Swift for BA 4th semester English, which is in the paper British Literature, the 18th century. Okay, let's start the class now. Jonathan Swift was born in 1667 and died in 1745. He was an Anglo-Irish satirist, essayist, political pamphleteer, and a poet. Okay, before going deep into the Jonathan Swift biography, let's know what a satire is. Okay, satire is a kind of writing, is a kind of mockery, is a kind of ridicule, where we use humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices. Okay, the stupidity and the vices are those which can be uh, rectified, which can be corrected with the help of criticism, with the help of mockery. Okay, that is the social behavior of a person, that is the political behavior of a person, mindset of a person. All these things are included in satire. Okay, the physical deformities of a person will not be included in the satire because the the physical deformities will not be able to rectified after criticizing. Okay, by criticizing. Next, you will have to remember that Jonathan Swift was regarded as the foremost prose satirist in the English language, which was given by Encyclopedia Britannica. This is not by me, obviously. He was foremost prose satirist by Encyclopedia Britannica. This is an assessment of Encyclopedia Britannica. And he was also a priest. You have to remember that because he had written many things on Christianity as well. Uh, I have included four important works written by Gulliver. Jonathan Swift. Here, the first one is A Tale of Tub, which was written in 1704, and it was on the universal improvement of humankind, that is, the mankind, the human beings to be improved universally. This is a kind of parody. This was written in a kind of in a form of parody. Parody also you have to know what parody is. Parody is a uh, kind of writing, kind of imitative writing, basically, which produces a humorously exaggerated imitation of a writer, of an artist, of a genre. Basically, you have to remember that. This is written in prose form. This is why this is called as prose parody. There may be poetic parody, there may be um, fictional parody, there may be a parody in the form of songs as well. Okay, parody, I think you can understand. Number two, the important work written by Jonathan Swift was An Argument Against Abolishing Christianity, written in 1712. You have to remember the dates, the years, and the subject matters of the works because these are important from the perspectives of the competitive examinations like NET, SLET, all such kind of examinations. So, um, this work is a satirical essay defending the Christianity against the contemporary assaults by its various opponents. Who were the opponents of Christianity then? The freethinkers, deists, atheists, and dissenters. I have marked these four words. You have to remember who they actually were. The freethinkers were those persons who rejected the accepted norms of Christianity, the accepted opinions of Christianity. That is, they were the individualist actually. They believed in individualistic point of view. They did not believe in Christianity at all. They did not reject completely, but They believed that God had created the earth and all the people, and He left from here. But the Christian people are not of the same. The deists are also like the free thinkers. This may be a synonym for free thinkers. Deists are what we call in Assamese and Hindi as Nastik. Sorry, Astik. The next one is atheist. This is Nastik. Nastik means who does not believe in God at all. And dissenters are those people who always uh, disagree with the Christian norms. They always disobey the Christian norms. They are always unhappy with the norms that were preached by the Christianity. Okay, they were the persons, they were the groups of people who were opposing the Christianity, and this is why the Christianity was in threat. The next one is the most important work by Jonathan Swift. This is Gulliver's Travels in 1726. Obviously, this is the most important one because this is included in our syllabus. And this is a satire on human nature, human politics, and of different types of important works, important notions that prevailed in Ireland and entire Europe. I must say this is not only entire Europe but also entire world, because Gulliver traveled to the eastern countries as well. So this work is divided into four parts. Number one is the voyage to Lilliput. Number two is the voyage to Brobdingnag. Part three is voyage to Laputa, Bulnibari, and Japan. Part four is a voyage to the land of Houyhnhnms. So part 3 and 4 are included in our course. This is why you have to pay much attention to these two parts, okay, which we will be discussing in the next classes. So stay tuned with me. So the next one is I have included is a modest proposal written in 1729. It was also a satirical essay. It is all about the plight of Irish people, Irish starving beggars, and it includes some sort of um, uh, social problems like cannibalism as well. This is not so uh, interesting to read because cannibalism is such kind of thing which is very much uh, uh, violent uh, in itself. Okay, so we will try to focus on what is there in part 1, 2, 3, and 4 in brief in today's class. In the next class, we will uh, study them in details. Part 1. The title of the part 1 is A Voyage to Lilliput, which begins in 4th May 1699 and ends in 13th April 1702. Okay, it was a kind of voyage where he lands at an island. Our Gulliver lands at an island um, which was inhabited by the people who are very short, who were dwarf in nature. They were only 6 inches tall. Just try to compare the height of Gulliver and height of the people. The height of Gulliver was almost 6 feet, and the height of the people of Lilliput were only 6 inches. Just try to imagine uh, uh, what kind of situation may be there in Lilliput. Okay, here he notices the conflict between the two states, Lilliput and Blefusca. These are some political problems there. He had to manage with them, and there are many other important issues that we have to discuss in the first part, but we will not go through it now. Part 2 is a voyage to Brobdingnag. Starts at 20th June 1702 to 3rd June 1706. The second voyage was different from Lilliput because in Lilliput the people were short, but in Brobdingnag the people were extremely huge, giant ones, 72 feet tall almost. They treated him as the object of exhibition. They treated Gulliver as an object of exhibition. He was carried from place to place in a traveling box, in a small house. Once the traveling box was seized by a giant eagle, which drops Gulliver and the box into the sea, where he was picked up by sailors who returned him to England. So these two parts are all about size, all about um, these things. This is entertaining. These are not so important from our examination point of view, but part 3 and part 4 are extremely important. You have to pay attention to that. Part 3 is a voyage to Laputa, Lughnag, and Japan, which starts on 5th August 1706 and ends on 16th April 1710. So here we cannot see the difference of the uh, bodily size, the size of the bodies. The ship was attacked by pirates and abandoned him in a rocky island near India. So this part tells about India and nearby countries, that is the eastern countries. Rescued by the flying island Laputa, where people were fond of music, mathematics, and astronomy. You have to remember the marked ones. Then he went to Bulniverby, where the people had blind pursuit of science without practical knowledge. We will discuss all these things in the next class. Then to island of Lughnag, he encounters the people who were immortal. That means who claimed to be immortal in that particular island, Lughnag. So in the third part, we can see that he was in the eastern part of the world, that is India and the nearby countries. Here we can see the fondness of music, mathematics, astronomy, and all these things of the people, and mm, the pursuit of science and all. Next, the part 4, the voyage to the land of Houyhnhnms. This is the most important. You have to see. Started at 7 September 1710 and ended 5th December 1715. Uh, Here he encounters the Houyhnhnms, a race of talking horses. This is symbolic meaning. That is, the horses are better than the human beings. Okay, the horses can think better than the human beings. The human beings are shown as useless fellows here. Here he encounters the Houyhnhnms. He started staying with the Houyhnhnms, the talking horses, and he enjoyed the company of the talking horses. And in this place, the people around the Houyhnhnms were the barbaric ones, were the people who were uh, very uncivilized one. So he developed a kind of hatred toward the human beings. After coming back from the land of Houyhnhnms, he started hating the people. He started uh, making a distance from his near and dear ones, his wife and all. So here, this is a symbolic kind of expression. So we will discuss all these things in our later classes. So let's stop for today. I think you have understood what I have told. Okay, try to understand, try to revise it again and again. Okay, thank you.